Manchester United's new co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe has described Newcastle United's decision to give Dan Ashworth gardening leave as absurd and his demand for £20 million in compensation as silly. Ratcliffe's £1.3 billion partial takeover of United became official on Tuesday, and the petrochemical billionaire is now looking to improve the club's hierarchy. Ashworth has been appointed United's first sporting director, but Newcastle United are demanding £20 million in compensation for the 52-year-old, who was sent on gardening leave this week. Ratcliffe believes Ashworth is one of the greatest sporting directors in the world and criticizes Newcastle for its approach to negotiations. So far. Recruiting is essential in the modern game. Manchester United have clearly spent a lot of money, but they haven't done it as well as other clubs, Ratcliffe said. So when he talked about being the best in all areas of football, recruitment was clearly at the top of the list. Asked if he was confident Ashworth would move to United, Ratcliffe replied, "Dan Ashworth is clearly one of the most important sports directors in the world. I have no doubt that he is a very capable person. He is interested in Manchester United because it is the biggest challenge at the biggest club in the world. It would be different at City, where you maintain a standard. This is important reconstruction work. It would be a very good addition. You have to decide whether you want to take this leap." We spoke to Newcastle, saying they would be disappointed. They have been doing very well since their new owner. I understand why they would be disappointed. But you can't blame Dan because it's a temporary industry. You can see why Dan would be interested because it's the ultimate challenge. We'll have to see how it plays out. Asked about Newcastle's £20 million compensation claim, Ratcliffe said, "Personally, a bit silly. I won't get drawn into that. What I find completely absurd is to claim that a man who is really good at his job sits in his garden for a year and a half. We had a very mature conversation with City about Omar Barada. When everything was settled, we resolved it very amicably. You could see why he wanted to take on this challenge. You look at Pep, and when he breaks up with one of his footballers, he doesn't want him to sit in the garden for a year and a half. He doesn't do that. That's not how the UK works, nor how the law works." Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe.